this red and bring the white around the angles. Played for the cannon. It's a great shot.
Well, undoubtedly the shot of the day. And the thing is, that cannon was only on at the pace he played it. He had to play it a lot harder than he wanted to, just to make sure the white threw wide enough to get the cannon. If he played that at a natural pace, he'd have almost kissed into the black. I'm sure he won't be missing any more blacks off the spot, having seen that last frame disappear because he missed the black. Deserve what he gets from here after that opening red.
8. 9. 16. 17. 24. 25. 30. 31.
'Cause the one loose red at the back of the pack. Not too sure whether he can screw by that. Yes, he could. We'd like to finish slightly low on that, just so he brought another couple of reds out. Cause
30.
it's not the greatest pack to go into, because you haven't got a very big target to go into them.
39.
One of those, Stephen, anyway, you don't want to hit the first red, you'd like to screw it past the first red and then come into them sideways.
Yeah, I think that's, as you say, to arc the cue ball. Try and go in a circle into the middle of the reds. There he goes.
Great shot, unlucky not to be on anything there. Just have a look at the arc that Stephen was talking about here. And what you have to do there is really get the cue through and just miss that first red. You see, and he's unlucky he had that much spin on it. I thought he'd hit it perfect. There's a couple of reds that are on, but none of them are easy. At first glance, I think it pots that. But he can play the one up into the yellow pocket if he doesn't fancy it's not hampered queuing. But I think that was on, Stephen, do you?
I haven't got as good a commentator's eye as you, Billy, but it looks like it goes for me, but he's not happy about it. Whether it's awkward for position, it's not guaranteed position, but the good thing about this shot, I think he can screw back for the black and he doesn't leave anything if he misses.
When they're this close, though, you don't expect to miss this kind of shot, do you? If it was a foot and a half away from the red, they're a little bit frightening, but when you're that close, I'd be very surprised if you missed that.
47.
It's really only like potting a black off the spot when you're that close.
Obviously none of these reds pop to the right corner, so looking at possibly playing some sort of cannon.
He might be looking at the plant, but he also might be looking at the outside red, which doesn't pop. But the plant doesn't look too bad, and it's relatively close together. But I think if he's got a chance of playing a kiss, I think he should play the kiss. But I think they're on.
The black looks fairly straight, but I think he's got enough angle. I must admit, I think I'd be playing for one of the reds in bulk here.
Well, now looking at that angle, I totally agree with you, Steve, because anywhere near the blue and past the blue is perfect for two reds, isn't it?
Two reds, yeah.
That's not his choice, so he's playing a deep screw. And that was very risky, but he may be on it. Strange choice that for somebody of Stephen's class. I don't think he'd have risked that unless he was guaranteed to be on a red. We know this red he's looking at now as we see the cannon he played. He looked at this red a few times before and he wasn't happy with it.
I think it definitely goes. Obviously the last time he wasn't happy with the positional side of the shot, but it looks like it definitely goes.
Right behind it, you'd be a certainty there, wouldn't you? This is just slightly off straight, which is, you've only got 3/4 of the pocket to hit. I'd fancy him knocking it in.
$55.
He's an optical illusion.
You'd have to say that's frame over now. Stun this pink in for the two reds just to the right of the pink spot.
We've said that twice before, though, haven't we? Judd Trump when he was in the balls, and then Stephen Maguire. They both managed to miss. But with red colour red, it will be the end of the frame.
61.
Thanks.
62.
Oh. To play it, good thinking.
68.
Well, that's frame over now. Stephen can just concentrate on trying to make another century. He's already made 172 in his career. Only about 500 behind my fellow commentator here.
I think, you get some players who are not that fussed about making centuries, but I think the big bonus of trying to clear up here is it gives you such a boost going into the next frame. If you make a total clearance here, you're just full of confidence for the next frame. If you just say get to 80 or 90 and start smashing the balls around.
70.
I think Mark Williams used to do that. He doesn't really not fuss about making the centuries. I think he's more into it now. I think it just gives you such a confidence boost going into the next frame.
Yes, you seem to try even harder if that's possible when you get to 70. You just want to clear them, and I think that's a great attribute.
$83.
Well, this has been a tremendous break, hasn't it? We'll get a chance to show you after this frame the first red he potted, which was, well, it was perfect. I mean, if he played it slowly, he wouldn't have kissed the red. And now we just see him hopefully making 1-4-1 a possibility. I can't see him putting 3 reds and 3 blacks.
Would have been the highest break if Ronnie never potted the final black.
What's your opinion on that situation? I think with the crowd being there, you had to pot the final black, don't you? I think it was a bit unfair.
Yeah, I mean, even taking obviously the crowd are important. They've paid. They'd love to see a maximum, but from my side of things, obviously he's broken the record now. He's got one in front of me again, so
96.
I think that would be my reason for potting it. But I must admit, I am slightly disappointed. There's no prize for 147. I think in our sport, there's not many more special moments you can get than making a maximum.
I agree. And this is for another 100, 173 now for Stephen Maguire. Very, very good break. Very good break order.
102.
Must be strange for you to be behind this stat, actually. You're in front on every stat in the game, aren't you? Apart from the most maximum, so that'll get you practicing again.
Yeah, it's a fantastic buzz to make a maximum in an arena like this. It's got to be, I think it's the biggest buzz in snooker. Obviously winning a championship is fantastic, but that's at the end of a hard week of snooker. But in terms of just one single little burst of excitement, no, you can't beat a 147.
Yeah, the crowd are with you every shot from about the last two reds. I mean, they're playing every shot with you as well. But this break has been absolutely top draw.
Especially when you've seen how his temper was in the last frame. You know, his attitude couldn't have been good sat in his chair. But to come out and pot the ready pot and do this is fantastic. It just shows what a top player is.
So a possible 129 now as he took a couple of ball colours, as you can see from the break. Two yellows, a green, a brown, a blue, pinks and black. So he's potted every colour in this break. And this is perfect.
125.
Lovely speed this table has. Beautiful shot. Well, you can't get any better breaks than that. The cue ball was on a string throughout the break. Steve Maguire goes into the lead at 2 frames to 1.